Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin's history might be repeating, and unfortunately, this is not a bullish sign. Be slightly more careful in the coming days, and let me show you why. First, you're going to see our value area high, the upper volume level of the entire upper price action right here, was moved slightly higher towards the upside. Remember, for the past few days, we simply knew that approximately at 92,000 US dollar area, Bitcoin had the upper volume level. However, right now, extending the measurement all the way to our recent price action, you're actually going to see the value area high was definitely moved to approximately 93,000 US dollars. That is right now also actually one of the reasons why I do remain in my short trade on Bitcoin and also in the short trade on Ethereum. I would say like that, unless our value area high right here is going to reclaimed, unfortunately, we still need to be slightly more bearish, looking for another push towards the upside, because simply the value area high right here is really not a random level right there. When we are right now going, for example, on the 4-hour time frame, you be the judge, but you're really going to see this specific area, historically speaking, has been a very important one. Almost every single time Bitcoin hit this specific level, we got a rejection literally straight towards downside. We tested the level right here, push down. Tested the level right here, another major rejection. Tested the level right here, push towards downside, and also right here, only a couple of days ago, Bitcoin hit the level and we also got another quite a major push towards the downside. So definitely this specific area is a very important level. However, what we can say, more times we test the area of resistance, the higher the likelihood of getting a breakout straight towards the upside. So we are definitely going to see if Bitcoin does right now have enough strength and we are finally able to go through this specific level, reclaim it, and maybe even hit our bigger golden Fibonacci ratio at approximately 98,000 US dollar area. Simply because pay right now also attention to what other people have been doing in the market in the past few hours. You're maybe even going to be surprised, but it really does look like the CVD indicator has been getting quite a significant push towards the downside, while Bitcoin is pushing towards the upside. So what does it mean? Higher lows on Bitcoin are being formed right here, lower lows are being formed on our CVD indicator, and this right here is actually a significant bullish divergence and of course also bullish absorption. When we also combine our CVD indicator with the open interest right here, we can definitely say open interest is increasing towards the upside while CVD is pushing lower. What exactly does that mean? It simply means people are opening brand new short trades on Bitcoin, but they are not able to push the price lower. And this right here, of course, logically thinking, it is definitely going to be another bullish Bitcoin indication. So I would say like that, potentially in the upcoming hours, Bitcoin is going to hit our bigger area of resistance and it is really going to be the moment of truth. Are we able to break it towards the upside? Happy days for Bitcoin. Let's look for 98,000 US dollars, but also remember, unless we break the area of resistance, it is still the area of resistance, and that is right now simply why I still do remain in my short trade on Ethereum and also on Bitcoin. In a case we are going to get a breakout, I do hold 2 long trades on Bitcoin and also on XRP. However, at least as right now, I still want to be slightly more careful, just in case we are going to once again reject exactly at this specific area. And this is right now also why I would appreciate if you smash up the like button, because 1,000 likes are really possible, and of course also thank you for subscribing to the channel. If Bitcoin right here is going to get another push down, of course also one very important thing, the trading bots are actually going to be buying the dip, and both of the trading bots right here, Bitcoin and Ethereum trading bot, right now for the past few days, they have been performing very nicely, simply because we are getting very nice and choppy price action, which is really an ideal scenario for both of the trading bots. But also right now, what if we are going on the weekly time frame? Right here, something that I don't really like is probably going to happen literally in the upcoming days if we are right now going to get a rejection literally from this specific area of resistance. What exactly do I have in mind? Pay attention right now to the tweet I posted only a few days ago where I was talking about that, yes, almost every single time, or should I say every single time before we got a bigger push towards the upside, Bitcoin has taken the liquidity exactly below the recent low. You can notice right here, took the low, took the liquidity, pump it towards the upside. Also right here, we took the liquidity, pump it towards the upside. Also right here, back in 2024, took the liquidity below the recent low, and only after that, we got a major push towards the upside to another all-time high. But what you're right now going to see, sure, Bitcoin is right now already moving towards the upside, but the reality is we still haven't taken the liquidity below our recent low. And this right here is actually something you should really pay attention to in a case we are right now going to get a rejection approximately from this specific area. Now, the reality is when we do go on the weekly time frame, for example, applying the RSI, MACD, and also money flow indicator on our chart, yes, all of the indicators right here are looking extremely bullish. Higher lows are being formed on Bitcoin, lower lows on the RSI, lower lows on our MACD, also lower lows on the money flow indicator. And those indicators right here, all of them three, are forming a hidden bullish divergence, which definitely it is also a bullish indication for Bitcoin. But once again, when we right now pay attention to the historical price data, technically speaking, we do have right now quite a high probability of taking the low right here, maybe even in the upcoming days, and only then continuing our way towards the upside, which is then going to mean only after we take the low right here, we are then going to see our bullish divergences right here actually playing out. And let me right to share with you the importance of our very significant and quite an important zone of resistance at approximately 93,000 US dollars. As we said before, when we are measuring right now the entire bond price action with the volume, value area high coming in almost exactly right here. But also remember, what is usually the most important Fibonacci ratio? It is definitely going to be the gold pocket. If, for example, this specific resistance right here is going to get broken up, as we said before, we are going to pay attention to where exactly towards our golden Fibonacci ratio. Also right here, when Bitcoin got a push towards the upside, what Fibonacci level was actually hit when we go from the low back towards the high, the golden Fibonacci ratio. But what we can also do right here, we are going to go with our Fibonacci retracement from the high right here back towards the low. And what you can right to see, in the past minutes, our golden Fibonacci ratio right here was almost perfectly hit. But the thing is, it is right now aligning almost exactly with the value area high. So remember our bearish scenario I posted yesterday on YouTube, and also I did post the exact bearish scenario I'm right now paying attention to in my free VIP Discord group. Yes, potentially right now we are still paying attention to the bigger 5-wave L8 wave price structure straight towards downside, and this specific bearish L8 wave count is going to get invalidated only if we are going to take the liquidity or actually this specific high in the upcoming days. Right now, as we said before, Bitcoin is still below the value area high, in my opinion, slightly more bearish. We are still not breaking our golden Fibonacci ratio right here, and also if you look like that, we can still talk about our bearish Elliott wave count right here. So in the scenario Bitcoin right now does go higher because of our bullish CVD divergence right here, definitely pay attention to this exact area where potentially you might even be looking to fire another short or a sell trade with a very simple invalidation level above the recent high. Because again, if we are going to take out the liquidity above the high, in this scenario, our bearish Elliott wave count right here is going to get invalidated. But probably also right now you're wondering what is going to be the exact target if Bitcoin does right here go lower. Ideally, as we said before, if the history is going to repeat, we might even be looking for another lower low for Bitcoin to go below 80,000 US dollars at least, before then potentially getting a bigger bounce towards the upside. And if we are actually going to get a push towards the upside, our short trade is going to be in a beautiful profit, but also our trading bots are actually going to be buying the dip. Right now, my Bitcoin trading bot is right now said that it is buying all the way down towards $65,000, and also the Ethereum trading bot is going to be buying all the way down towards 2,000 US dollars. So those trading bots right now in this very choppy price action, they have been performing very nicely. And if you want to use them, simply create an account on Pionex using this specific link down below in the description. Only after you register, you're going to get 50 USDT. Then make sure you deposit. You're going to get $100 if you deposit 100. Deposit 1,000, you get $500. Deposit 10,000, you're going to get 1,000 US dollar free bonus using this specific link down below in the description. And then simply deploy the bots using this specific link, because you're then going to to copy my exact settings with Bitcoin and also with the Ethereum trading bot, and they are actually going to be buying the dip if we do get right here another push down. Also right now, let's pay attention to our exponential moving averages, because yes, not everything is looking as bearish, because what you're right here going to see, our 50 is above our 200 EMA on the 2-hourly, on the 1-hourly, and also on the 4-hourly time frame. On the daily, yes, unfortunately, we are still moving in a significant downtrend right here, but it really does look like, locally speaking, on the 1-hourly, 2-hourly, and 4-hourly, Bitcoin is definitely moving in a very nice uptrend. And what we said before, if we are going to be able to also reclaim the value area high, this right here is going to be some kind of a bullish Bitcoin indication. And in this scenario, as we said before, we are looking straight towards our bigger golden Fibonacci ratio. But again, at least as of right now, value area high is the area of resistance until proven otherwise. Also right now, let's pay attention to our Bitcoin liquidation heat map on the 2-week, 1-week, and also the 3-day time frame. On the 2-week time frame, as you probably already know from our yesterday's video, the bigger liquidations are definitely going to be exactly below the recent lows. And those two liquidity levels right here, or liquidation levels right here, are acting as a magnet for Bitcoin. Also right now, what if we are zooming in a little bit more on the 1-week time frame? What are the liquidation levels showing us right here? Because you can actually see another bigger liquidation cluster is going to be exactly below the recent lows, which also, unfortunately, it is going to be some kind of a bearish Bitcoin indication. But also right now, what if we are zooming in even more? Let's go on the 3-day time frame, where we are going to see almost the exact same story. Bigger liquidations, not above the recent highs, but actually below the recent lows. And remember always, the market works to react the most amount of people in the shortest amount of time. And this right here, right now, it is definitely still going to be a bearish indication of Bitcoin. So if you right now ask me, bro, what are the best trading ideas you can right now share with me? So even though we are in an uptrend on the 1-hourly, 2-hourly, and 4-hourly, because we are right now trading almost exactly at the area of resistance, I definitely would not fire another long trade right here. But the thing is, because we right now still know our bearish LTF count is valid, because we know we are below the value area high, I would actually say, even though technically we are in an uptrend on the 1-hourly, 2-hourly, and 4-hourly time frame, in my opinion, it is still better to fire another short trade approximately at this specific area. I am not saying the trade is going to play out, because the reality is, if we pump right here, you can get stopped out on your short trade, but also myself, I'm also going to get stopped out on the Bitcoin short position right here. But the thing is, you could potentially be looking to fire a short trade approximately at this specific area, stop loss or the invalidation level approximately above our recent high, literally targeting, again, if the history is going to repeat, another lower low right here at approximately 80,000 US dollars. If this specific trade is going to play out, you're going to have approximately 6-to-1 risk to reward ratio, or maybe even if we are going to be taking the profits below this specific low, in this scenario, the trade is going to be approximately 9-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which of course it is going to be even bigger. For another long trade, of course, we could be looking for beautiful long trades, but only after we do get potentially right now a push towards downside below our recent lows. Because again, after we take the liquidity below the recent low, it is definitely going to be a beautiful level hit. And of course, only after we are then going to close our short position fully, we can then simply flip in a brand new long trade, not only on Bitcoin, but of course also on Ethereum and also pretty much on the entire cryptocurrency market. And that is also right now one of the reasons why, if you want to copy my exact trading bots and use them, create an account on Pionex using this specific link down below in the description. You register, you're already going to get a bonus. You deposit, you're going to get an even bigger bonus, but also then deploying the bots, copy my exact settings using this specific link down below in the description. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.